right, everyone. I am Megan Williams, and I am our host tonight. And for those of you who are on for the very first time, we are going to share our amazing business that will enhance all the hard work you've already done in your life. Now, does that sound kind of cool to take all the hard work we've ever done and have something work in our favor? That's pretty good, right, everyone? That's a good idea. Well, I'm going to tell you, when I saw this 20 years ago, I had no idea that just by helping people have better service, better options, we could actually create a business and a company that gave us a lifestyle. And tonight, I'm really excited because I've got some great friends on from Idaho and also down in South Carolina. I might have to have him say something in a minute. He doesn't even know it yet. He. You should smile at that, right, Stuart? Smile at me. It's good. He. Thank you. Anyhow, I am so thrilled because what I'm going to share with everybody is something you can fit into your busy schedule. We've already made great connections. So if we can help other people have a great return on those connections, that's not a bad thing. And if you can create a business by making those referrals, this is perfect. And what I love about what we're doing is we're really helping other people. Now, a little bit about me so you can feel comfortable meeting me is I taught high school for 8 years. I went back to school because the old adage was, go to school, you can get a better job and make more money. So I listened to that adage and I got my master's degree. After I finished, I was $40,000 in debt and I had an extra $150 after taxes. So I think that was a broken system. All right. So I'm going to share with you guys something that's been so much better and truly is phenomenal. And for those of you who have maybe never owned your own business, don't worry. This is like the entrepreneur starter kit. And those of you who are business owners on tonight who have had lots of success, that's why you got invited on here. We are excited because this is something that is just going to enhance and make it better for all the hard work you've already done and create another stream of revenue that's going to blow your mind. And so I am thrilled to share with this. So I'm going to share my screen today, and then we're going to hear from a few people if I can have my way. Let's see if I can make my life work good. All right. First thing I want to share with everybody is we are offering services that everyone is paying for. The one that I'm the most excited about right now is not showing on my screen, but let me just share. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. Let me show you what we got. All right. Here we go. I'm not frozen anymore. Let's do this. I will even make me big. Hang on for everybody. I'll spotlight for everyone. All right, here we go. So what I've got behind me is 9 of the largest industries. Now, whether or not you decide to do a business with us, would all of us agree we're going to use our cell phones tonight or tomorrow again, right? I actually just connected a cell phone with a young lady down in Florida, and her mom's going to save $150 a month on her cell phone plan. Now, I don't know about you, but if you had teenagers and daughters and kids in college, if you could save an extra $100 a month, that's a good thing, right, you guys? It's good. And you're not sacrificing service, quality, or anything like that. How about healthcare? What if you could have a more affordable healthcare? And we're going to come back to that because that's my most excited thing I'm going to talk about. What about energy? We just looked, Stuart and I just looked at some friends in Connecticut. We're going to save them 41% on their energy bills, and it's just going to get better because we can lock in prices and protect against the inflation that's coming. And out here in Ohio, we're helping people save anywhere from 25 to 40% as well on their gas and electricity. So that's so exciting. And then we've got some travel discounts. I'm a mom of 3 boys, and we do a ton of sport travel. And if you can save money every time you get a hotel room, that's a good thing. So that's been a really nice perk. How about getting paid or helping people have better internet, TV, home security? Those could be good. Some of you on the call tonight are realtors, and you might already have clients that you want to stay top of mind. And the only excuse you have to call them is to say happy birthday. What if you could have another excuse by telling them you've made a strategic partnership with some amazing companies to give them more value, and you could offer them a home security or reduction on their energy bills, depending if you lived in Texas or some of our other markets as well. So that wouldn't be bad. Okay. And then, of course, what about payment processing? What if you're a small business owner and you're looking for options to be able to have solutions? I have a good friend, he's a home inspection company. We were able to have them review, and guess what we found? We found that we saved him $14,000 a year on his processing fees. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're a business owner and you can save $14,000 a year because your friend said, hey, let me look and see if there's a good fit, would everyone agree that that's a pretty cool thing? And then lastly, identity theft protection, which is so awesome, because what we're learning about this is that we truly do need to have our identities protected, because fraud is happening everywhere and it's getting crazy rampant. So again, we can offer more solutions, better value. And this is what I say to my friends. I say, look, even if I'm the same or better over the next year or 2 years, wouldn't you want to work with me who you love? Or maybe you owe me a favor, right? And guess what? Our friends have been really excited about what we could offer, and it's been fantastic. And let me tell you a little bit about our healthcare, because this is something that I have been doing this for 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. I have been offering a solution to bring value to families, businesses. And when we got connected with our nonprofit Impact Health Sharing, let me explain this to you. This is a non-insurance alternative. It's like a self-funded group. But because it's all hardworking individuals and business owners coming together who are relatively healthy, it keeps the cost much lower, and we're seeing better service, better care. In fact, this program is so incredible that we're seeing things anywhere from 40 to 75% cheaper on our healthcare. Now, I've been an independent contractor. I have 3 growing boys. My husband and I have been married for 24 years on Sunday. Woo, woo, right? And here's what I do know is that anytime we could save on healthcare, that's a good thing. So we finally had piecemealed all the traditional stuff together, and we were around $1,800 a month with a $10,000 in-network deductible and a $22,000 out-of-network deductible. Now, we travel all the time. And so what I loved about this is when we looked at the plans, for individuals, they start at $73. For families at $378. My family of 5 with my age, I'm a little bit more veteran than some of you on this call, was $628 a month. That's almost $1,200 a month in savings. Now, our deductible went from $10,000 as a family to $2,500 a year, and there was no network increase. That means we can go to any doctor, any facility, any provider in the country, and it doesn't cost more. And then we get comprehensive medicine. Everyone in our group gets a wellness visit and $150 of lab work. Everyone in our group gets access to telemedicine 24 hours a day at $0 provider fees. That's what we want. I had a good friend, he's an insurance agent, and he's part of our group. And we were meeting and networking, and he told everyone, listen, I had this earache. So I got on our little Impact site. I scheduled when I wanted the doctor to call. He called me right after my meeting. I told him what was going on. He put a prescription into the pharmacy over where I lived. And I got out of my next meeting, and the pharmacy had texted me that they were done in an hour. And when I got there, it was 45% less than what I normally spend on that prescription. Now, that's a great testimonial. And for him to be added to his wife's plan with her company was $1,200 more a month. And with us, it was only $280 a month. Now, again, could you imagine offering this value to individuals, families, business owners? We just looked at a dentist out in Arizona, his office, and their staff is a perfect fit to come with us. We are actually going to save them $32,000 a year in premium costs. And we're going to take the risk and exposure away from the company, because if something happens to the dependents or to the individuals, it doesn't increase the premiums every year. So we have a huge value for people. So business owners on the call tonight, this is a great solution. For those of you looking for a way to create another stream of income, imagine offering value for healthcare and for these other essential services. It's incredible. So let me tell you how this business works, okay? This is pretty cool. We become referral partners and make a partnership with our sister company for a one-time cost of $299. Now, with that, we have a website. It's instantly active. We can put a customer in the very first day. In fact, I just got a new partner signed up. We set up her cell phones. We set up her energy. We did all that in our first hour in business. Then we just talked to her daughter and set up her cell phone plan. She now has 2 services. She's been in the business for 72 hours. So that's pretty cool, right? And here's what's so nice. For $25 a month, our company is going to track, they're going to bill, they're going to deal with all the customer service of all of our different referral partners. And so we just have to figure out what is the right fit. What is something that could be a good fit for the people we're sharing this with? And some of you on tonight, you might not be quite ready to do a business. Well, guess what? Be a customer, have more value, support your friend getting their business off the ground. And what you're going to love is the return, because it's like wholesale pricing. We're like Costco. We buy so much or have these wonderful contracts that are nationwide, that are bigger than anything else. And so our customers get the better value. That's kind of nice, right? I think that's a great return. And the business model is so exciting because we get paid when we give the referral up front, and then we get paid again. So let me talk a little bit about how we get paid. Now, in our business, every time we connect a customer each calendar month, unless it's your first 30 days, you get to add up what they do. Now, in your first 30 days, you got 30 days. So how many we put in the next 30 days? If you signed up tonight, we would rush really fast and put some in. So let's say you asked me to work with you and I was excited and we looked at my bills and I said, okay, I'm going to try some of these. Well, I did healthcare right away because hello, $1,200 a month in savings. That was a no-brainer. Okay. Then I did energy because I live in an energy state. So I could do energy. I did my identity theft protection because I was already paying LifeLock $20 a month. And right now for our identity theft protection, if we sign up for the annual plan, we save 2 months and we get another 20% off. And it makes it about $16, $17 a month for anyone who's on IDCO, which is fantastic. So now I'm 3 accounts. Well, then I'm like, well, shoot, I saved so much money. I want a home security. I had one with ADT, so I'm going to bring it over to Vivint. And right now they're giving away cameras, which is fantastic, and 2 months free service. So I do that. And then I say, well, I got internet. So I go to internet. In my area, we have Spectrum. In other areas, we have AT&T, and we have a new one out in the West. And I can't think of its name right now. I apologize. It's coming in our Utah, Idaho, Arizona markets. And I'm really excited about it. And I apologize. It's a new company that's coming in to compete with Comcast, and it's going to be really good. So anyways, so what if you could be your first 5 customers and you're practicing on yourself? Or maybe I was your best friend and I said I'd support your business. And so I became your customer. Well, let's say it took us an hour to set it all up. You just earned a $200 bonus. Well, then I was like, wait a minute, I've got 5 lines on my phone and I want unlimited. So I decided to do 2 plans. So I'm 2 more accounts because I have 2 flash accounts between me and my teenagers. So I have 2 cell phone accounts. And then I say, wait a minute, let's call my mom and get her on healthcare too. So I give you that referral, right? So now you put in 8 services, you made $400, and it was maybe an hour or 2. Now, if you were doing a side gig and you were driving Uber or Lyft or doing DoorDash, you guys, you're not going to make $200 in an hour. So this is a good comparison for a part-time business that if you did a household every week, you could have an extra $800 to $1,000 a month as we are connecting the right services with them and their businesses. Because you might even talk to a business owner and he might have a couple 1099 guys, and now you have a couple healthcare new clients from one referral. All right. So again, we want to earn these bonuses. We want to start getting customers as fast as possible. But here's what's so exciting. Once we get the customer, they pay their bills. And listen, you guys, I've been paying bills for 20 plus years. So that's never going to change. But now I know I shouldn't say that I act so old, right? 20 plus years, that's young. It's young. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you right now. When I saw this 20 years ago, my brother asked me to be a customer. So I helped him get his first bonus. And then I called him back after I realized he was saving me money on my phone service. And I said, I want to do this with you. I want to be my own customer. So I started to refer people. And in our first month, we referred 26 bills. So if we didn't have these bonuses back in the day, it would have been so awesome if we had had 26 bills, because I would have made almost $2,000 in upfront bonuses, but we didn't have that. So you guys are so lucky. But here's what we also didn't have. We didn't have the potential to make 3 to 20%. We started at 1%. That's what we earned of our average customers back in the day. So imagine now I'm your client. We've done my bills, and let's say all my bills with healthcare and energy and cell phones and all these things, the average for my house is $400 a month. Okay, so now that's what we're making. Now I'm your first customer, so you're at 3%. But then all of a sudden you start doing a household every single week. Maybe you do 2 households a week, or maybe you do a household and a business owner every week, right? And all of a sudden you're at 10% and 20%. And let's just pretend that you get 40 bills, right? 40 bills come in the system, and we'll say, now let's even make it less than that. Let's say there's 20 households with the average of $400 a month times 20. Okay. Oh, wait, $400. And you have 20 of those bills in the household. That's $8,000 in billing. If you're at 10% residuals, you would have $800 a month for referring those 40 households. Now, that'd be pretty good. And I'm going to tell you something even simpler. What if you just got 40 bills, not even 40 households? And here's what I want you to think about. If 25 of those bills were on impact and the average commissionable revenue is $150 a month, at 10 to 20%, you would have a reoccurring income of $500, $800 a month for just those accounts, not to mention the energy, the cell phones, the identity theft protection. Do you see what I'm saying, you guys? This starts to add up. What if we could work in building you a nice customer base, again, part-time? You're maybe getting 2, you can even get 2 accounts a week for 90 days, and you'll have more than 40 bills. Do you guys see how this is something very simple? But what if it catches up and all of a sudden you're getting $300, $400, $500 a month in reoccurring income for work you did one time? And then more referrals come in. Today, I got 3 referrals for healthcare, 3 from people who are already clients and or referral partners. But here's what's so cool about this. What if you got 50 members into Impact plus their cell phone bill or their identity theft protection or, energy? What if you could have an extra $2,000 a month in reoccurring income on the side that you've built over this year? See, 50 members could be 1 member a week, part-time for a year. Or you could go gangbusters and say, listen, no, I've already done sales. I've got all these clients. I'm a real estate agent. I already have all these past clients. I'm in insurance. I already have book of business. I'm going to share my new partnership with them and offer some of these services. And I'm going to go crazy and I'm going to get 100 members into Impact. An extra $4,000 a month. What would that do for your family on a part-time basis in reoccurring income? Not to mention the bonuses we earned while we did the work. So it's kind of nice. Now, when people see this, they always go, Megan, this sounds so cool. I like it. But what if I talk to someone and they want to make money on their own bills, just like you did with your brother? Well, here's what's so neat. In our business, we love the idea of other people working with us because they know people we don't know. So when we teach them how to get their first 5 bills, they're excited. They made their first $200. But depending on how many customers you have in your company, you'll start at $50 and a one-time bonus up to $450 every time you help a new person get their first 5 bills in their first 30 days. So if you help 10 people part-time over a month, and you just got started, you could make an extra $500 helping them get bills. But here's what's so great. If you had 10 people who got 5 bills each, your business just grew by 50 bills. I did a coffee Zoom on Monday, and one of our partners who came with us to a training we had this last weekend out in Baltimore, they put on 9 friends listening to this information. And already 3, it's Wednesday, 3 have signed up and 2 have become her customers. So that's a pretty good ratio by putting people on Zoom and just sharing what we're doing, getting customers and people who want to go get customers. And here's why we're so excited. Because we can profit share 4% of all the commissionable revenue that they get. I was a high school teacher. I didn't get any revenue, guys. I didn't get any extra, perks when I leveraged the kids. The only kind of leverage I ever got was they graded each other's papers, so I didn't have to do it for 2 hours at home at night. That was the kind of leverage I got, all right? In this, though, people know people we don't know, and they can lead us to people who might have huge networks. Like I'm talking to a company tomorrow that has 50 employees. They're so excited to hear about our alternative, and they already know a little bit about it. But listen, that came from a friend that I was at a swim meet with, and she loved the idea of making part-time money around her busy schedule. So to create 4% what other people do, it's exciting. And let's say, me and Stu, who's my friend on here tonight, we both got working with you. And we went out over the next 90 days and we redirected 25 members to Impact. And we also got cell phones and identity and a few other things here and this. And here's what I can tell you. If you made an extra $300 a month because we knew some people, you'd be happy about that. Okay. What if you got 10 of me, 10 of Stu's, and we started talking to people, and all of a sudden in 90 days, we have 250 members in Impact, and you're making an extra $1,500 on top of the work you're doing, because everyone is learning this and figuring this out. See, we want you to succeed. We offer training, support, in person, online. Tomorrow night, we have a training for services at 8 o'clock. We also have this presentation 4 times a week that people can come to. And then on Thursday nights, we offer a training specifically on Impact. My husband and I at healthcoverageredefined.com, you can put on guests, potential referral partners, yourself, to learn how to do this better, how to talk to people, how to create something for yourself, and you could win big with us. Now, you're not going to know everything in the beginning. That's why we have a system. And that's why it's so important to work together in the system to get results. Now, I really, really have been blessed. And Stu, are you in a place, would you mind just talking a little bit about what you see for vision in this? Because you've been working with me for less than a week. Yeah. I'm going to bring you up with me if you're okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I love it. All right, you guys, Stu is my good friend. I actually met him through a really good friend of mine that I've known for years. He's in South Carolina. Stu has sold things. He owns a couple of businesses. But Stuart, why did you find the value in this with already busy schedule? Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you see the value.
So a little bit about my background. I own 2 businesses. So I own a field hockey pickleball distribution business. I also own an energy business as well that works in the solar space. And one thing that I really found is talking to people here in Charleston, especially, is that it's a real lack of support with the 1099 community of actually access to, one is healthcare, but also the actual kind of communication on how to do it. I almost call it like unconscious spending, right? Like you just go on the marketplace, you just find it and you go, oh, it's got to be a good deal, right? Like you don't know about it. And I was introduced to Impact by a good friend of mine, Chris Lee, who's part of my BNI chapter, and just sat and spoke about it and just kind of understood that I could go from having a deductible of about $12,000 down to $2,500 and spend less for being healthy. So for me, being a business person, it's, where we're trying to stretch the dollar every single month, right, to make it work. Now it's freeing up funds for me to be able to either invest it, move it towards a different part of my business, grow that side of the business. But the thing that I really took away from Chris was the level of support that Impact brought to the table. 24/7 telemed, it's just blew me away. So so it was a no-brainer for me in my business. So yeah.
I love it. And Stuart and I have already talked to some other business owners, and we've got way more that we're talking to. And so if anyone's on tonight with Stuart, just know we're going to follow up because timing is really good. Stu, thanks so much for sharing. I really appreciate that. And I'm so excited that we get to work together. One of the best things I love about this business is who I get to meet with my associates. And we're so blessed because we just got back from an event. We just got trained by the very best. And a lot of you guys know some of these leaders. And if anybody is really concerned about whether or not they could do this business around their busy schedule, all you have to do is jump onto our Saturday morning training at 10 a.m. Eastern time, or we've got one on Wednesday night as well. We can get the links for you. We also have, like I said, Impact on Thursday night. To learn it, you can have guests on, you can have potential referral partners on. We do question and answers at the end. But I'm going to tell you right now, the timing couldn't be better to learn something new. Because with what we're going to do, not only are we going to save families and businesses, not just hundreds of dollars a year, thousands and thousands of dollars a year, we're going to redefine and disrupt the healthcare industry that shows them we expect more. We expect a higher level. We expect a really good service for being, healthy and trying to stay healthy and all these things. And so we're in a perfect spot. So I just want to tell you guys, I'm really grateful that we all jumped on tonight. I know I was a little bit late getting us started, but I am thrilled that we can 100% look at this together. So here's what I'm going to recommend. For those of you who see value in getting started, there's a few extra bonuses on the table. So I want you to get back to the person who invited you on this call to game plan. Because if we go out and we get some services very quickly, we can have an extra $200, $400. But if we talk to people with you and share this with you, other people will want to create money with you. And here's what I found. Don't judge them, because I invited some friends I thought were super rich and not interested in doing something extra, and they were my very first business partners. And then I also invited some of my broke friends who I thought, I have so much fun with you, let me show you. And some of them loved it and some of them didn't, because it meant they had to work. But my brokest friend, he actually worked really good and made a six figures. So sometimes it's just the right person in the right time. But right now, if we help someone else get their first 5, 6 services, not only would you be promoted, but you'll actually get an extra $500. And then I've got one more. If you know people in our energy markets, and I was trying to pull up a map, and I was really trying to be efficient today, and I apologize everyone because I forgot to pull up my map, but I'm going to get it really quick here. And I'm going to share with you guys one thing about this. This month through July, so anyone who gets started this month has the potential that if you get 5 energy bills, you're going to make, for every 5 energy bills you get, you're going to make an extra $200. All right. Now, hang on. I'm going to pull up my video really quick so you guys can see the map where we can do energy at. So like in California, we can do natural gas. In Texas, we can do electricity. In Connecticut, we can do electricity. In Ohio, where I live, I can do gas and electricity. Now, here's what's so crazy. If you're in Pennsylvania, if you're in Illinois, if you're in Ohio like me, you then also, if you get their gas and electricity at the same time, they're going to throw another $100 on top of it. So you can get 5 bills, right? And then, but if 2 of them are gas and electricity in the same house, you get an extra $500. Like, I'm like, what in the world? This is so incredible. And there it is. Let's see. Is that, nope, that's not my screenshot. My screenshot's not showing. What in the world? Hang on, you guys, one more second. I'm going to find my screenshot real fast for us so you can see this. I was trying to be effective. And then, is that it? That's it. Okay. All right. Oh, it's not very good because you can't see California. Sorry, Californians. Or maybe not sorry for my Californians. Just kidding. So California is the only other energy state over here. Otherwise, we've got the New England states, Georgia, which I saw a couple of you on Georgia. We've got natural gas, and Texas. So if you look here, we have the potential. I'm going to have to get a way better screenshot than this. We're going to have to get the potential to really, we could make $1,000 just putting energy accounts in this month. Let's say you were scared to talk to anybody about the business. Just ask people for a favor to look and learn about their market and just get their energy bills. You could go nuts. And then there's a lot of extra money that comes with energy, but we'll teach that during our training. So I just want everyone to know that now is the perfect time. Not only are we going to celebrate our independence for a beautiful country next week, we could celebrate our financial independence in a year from now because we took action and we got started. Now, speaking of next Tuesday, it is the 4th of July, so we will not have an overview that night. So you guys won't see my cute face, but I'm glad I was on. But we'll have one Monday and Wednesday and Thursday next week. And we will be doing the healthcare this Thursday night and next Thursday. So please invite your guests. We'd love to have them on. And then we will also have Saturday presentation and training with our one and only Senior Vice President Platinum, Mr. Presley Swaggerty. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I am so excited that I get to work with so many of you. And when you get back to your person, text them and tell them you want to talk more, and then jump back on Zoom and talk to them. Stuart, you and me can talk to any of your contacts. I know we've got something tomorrow on the books. You guys, this is good timing. Let's go and have some fun. Thanks, everyone.